guys, watch us live on BGML. Sorry, BGML football. Sorry. കുട്ടൻ കളി കാണാൻ നിൽക്കുന്നത് കുട്ടൻ. കാറ്റ് മറഞ്ഞു തുടിച്ചു ആകാശമായത്. വെൽക്കം ബാക്ക് സ്ട്രീമിംഗ് ഗൈസ്. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഈ ഫുട്ബോളിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. കളിക്കാനുള്ളവർ വരിക, കമൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക, കയറി വരിക, കളിക്കാം. കണ്ണിൽ വന്നു തോട് കാട്ടിരുന്നു. കൊട്ടക്കട്ട കട്ടക്കട്ട കട്ടക്കട്ട. ഔട്ട് പറങ്ങട്ടെ. ബാറ്റിസ്റ്റുട്ട. This is a match become boom. കിട്ടിയ കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ചുമ്മാ കണക്ക് ഇത് ചെയ്തിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ഇത് കിട്ടുമല്ലോ. കൂടെ അത് പിടിച്ച അതല്ലേ അങ്ങനെ അക്കോട് കിട്ടുക നിങ്ങൾ പിടിക്കും. നമുക്കറിയാലോ. ഇന്നത്തെ ഒരു ഈവന്റ് നമ്മൾ ജയിച്ചല്ലോ അല്ലേ? അത് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. നമ്മൾ ജയിച്ചില്ലായിരുന്നു, 50 പോയിന്റ് കിട്ടുമെന്ന് കിട്ടിയില്ല. ഇത് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. ഉള്ള ആൾക്കാരൊക്കെ മതി, ഉള്ളത് വെച്ച് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. செஞ்சுமே உன்னை நான் தான். തേടിയൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. ഉള്ളവരെ തന്നെ കൂടുതൽ സീസൺ പാടി ഓ ഓ ഒരു 50 പോയിന്റ് ചലഞ്ച് മാച്ച് അത് കളിച്ചാൽ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്താൽ നമുക്കത് കിട്ടും.
Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures, 80,000 it holds. So it's away we go then. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I really like the look of Marino here, Peter, because he's such an effective shield in front of the defence, and his main role will be to quash any threats from midfield. He'll then be looking to quickly get his team on the front foot, picking out those killer passes, which leads to so many chances.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Ruben Dias has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. And he can clear it away. Aimed beyond the defence. Loose ball now, and York! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Donnarumma herring after the ball here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Adams.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
And the finish!
Easy, man. Easy goal.
Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead.
Wilson is here, guys. Very nice goal.
One
Wonderful finish.
sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Manchester United are such an
beautiful.
adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Manchester United penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And it's Wilshere. No, that's been intercepted. Threads one in. Can he get on the end of this? And the whistle's gone,
Offside.
presumably for offside.
Nissan Paddy.
Merino. Good ball, good take. And he's managed to get free. There's the shot!
This is a goal. Match.
Goal!
Da,
And
da.
they're at it again
Only.
in double quick time. As simple as you like.
You are
the
player or
outcome
Rakatila.
utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Manchester United are
Kadilla.
doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now is the
Charger
time
out.
you can
Edana.
afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but
ഞാൻ ഇവന്റെ കുത്തിയിട്ടേക്ക്
I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Haaland.
ഇല്ല.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Manchester United heading towards the half-time break. The win very much in their sails. Now it's Haaland. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot a goal! That's really well cleared.
York really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Nice interception, well timed. Goes for a shot!
Ooh.
Oh, and with that,
Somebody,
the
but
half-time whistle
bro,
goes.
the stream, bro.
Some first
Next
half
match
thoughts?
കളിക്കാൻ.
Manchester
Okay, കളിക്കാം.
United really should be thinking
കളിക്കാം.
about killing this off early in the second half,
ഈ mission
Peter.
ഒന്ന് complete
The
ചെയ്തോട്ടെ,
boss
എന്നിട്ട്
will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Manchester United go in at half-time on a comfortable two-goal cushion.
ഞാൻ മതി. ഞാൻ ടീമിനെ നോക്കിയില്ലല്ലോ. ടീം നോക്കി കേട്ടോ. പുതിയ കളിക്കാർ തന്നെ. രണ്ടെണ്ണം അടിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് ഗൈസ്. കളി ജയിക്കുമെന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു. മൈ ഐ ഡി CR7FS. ബ്രോ ഞാൻ റൂം ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ട് റൂം ഐ ഡി ഇടാം ബ്രോ. വെയിറ്റ് ഈ മാച്ച് ഒന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട്.
And the action is back on the way. Knocks it into space. No, he's had it taken off him. Adams. Manchester United, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Searching pass he's played there. And here's Haaland. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Beckham. De Bruyne. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Manchester United still have the cards to affect this game. And De Bruyne!
Oh, somebody.
Kevin De Bruyne! The
It
man
is the
is an
goal.
artist! Oh,
Really
it
good line
really
of
is a
Kevin,
finish
such
of the
somebody.
highest order. Up
Good.
by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That really is quite fabulous. And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
അടി കൊടുത്താ പിന്നെ അപ്പൊ തന്നെ ഇറങ്ങിപ്പോയിക്കോളൂ ആൾക്കാർ. അടി കൊണ്ട പിന്നെ ഇറങ്ങും. റൂം കളിക്കാനുള്ള വെച്ച് ഫോണില്ല ബ്രോ. ഐ ആം പ്ലേയിങ് ഐപാഡ്. മാച്ച് റൂം ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി മാച്ച് 1-on-1 ഡെസംബാടി. മക്കളെ അപ്പോൾ റൂം ഐ ഡി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 1947 2987. ഇടട്ടെ കേട്ടോ. 1947 2987. ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി കളിക്കാം. ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി കളിക്കുന്ന കുഴപ്പമില്ല. കം ഗൈസ് ലൈവ് ആണെന്നല്ല ഡബിൾ ടാപ്പ് ഓൺ ദ സ്ക്രീൻ. മാക്സിമം ലൈവ് ആണെന്ന് എല്ലാവരും സബ് ചെയ്യുക, സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എത്ര പറയാനുള്ളൂ? കാലവും കടം കയറുന്നുണ്ട്. ആരും കയറി വരുന്നുണ്ടോ? യെസ്, SFCR7. അപ്പോൾ റൊണാൾഡോ ഇരിക്കുമല്ലോ അല്ലേ? റൊണാൾഡോ ഉണ്ടാവുമല്ലോ എൻ്റെ ഇതിൽ. Every will processing the match 1 second more users have rostered to match. കൊടുക്കടാ. റെഡി. രണ്ടുപേരും റെഡി. ചിമ്പുംപ. CR7 SF. പോലെ ചിരിപ്പാടും ചക്കൻ കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ടീമുണ്ടോണ്ടേ. ഇന്നത്തെ അമ്പലത്തിൽ കൊടിയേറ്റം കാണും.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures, 80,000 it holds. And already we're underway here. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
And this is Ronaldo. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Valverde. And here's Romario. Threads one in. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
That's going to go a long way. Borussia Dortmund have got it back and they'll have another go. Madueke, he's picked his way through.
That was lovely, that.
Pinches it off him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He is through here! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Valverde.
Pavard.
Spread it left. And this is Roberts, and the shot!
Oh.
And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
അതൊരു പറയും വെക്ടറോ. ഓട്ടോ ക്ലാസ് അങ്ങനെയല്ല അടിപ്പിക്കേണ്ടത്. ഓട്ടോ ക്ലാസ്സിന് ഇപ്പുറത്തൊന്നും അടിപ്പിക്കണം. മഴ നിറ കടന്നു പോ. എന്തിനാടാ മെനുവിൽ പോന്ന് കളിച്ചൂടെ? ശരി. റെഡി കൊടുക്കണമത്തെ. ഇതാ എനിക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമില്ലാത്ത കാര്യം വെച്ചാൽ ചുമ്മാ പിള്ളേർ ഇങ്ങനെ പൗസ് ആക്കിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. നല്ല കാര്യമുണ്ട് അതുമില്ല. അല്ലാണ്ട് പരിപാടി. ഇറങ്ങി പോയതാണോ ഒന്നും മനസ്സിലാവില്ല. ഹൈബ്രോ കൊടുക്കേണ്ട ആശ്രയം ഇറങ്ങി പോയി ഒന്നും മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല. Welcome to streaming guys. Live on the double tap on the screen. Sub ചെയ്യുക. കളിക്കാൻ താല്പര്യമുള്ളവർ വരിക. പോയി ഗൈസ്. നെക്സ്റ്റ് മാച്ചിൽ ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടെ പറയാം ഗൈസ്. റൂം ഐഡി ഞാൻ മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് പ്രശ്നങ്ങളൊന്നും വരില്ല ഗൈസ്. വെറുതെ സമയങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഒരു കാര്യമില്ല.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
മിഷനുകൾ കളിച്ച് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Don't waste time. കളിക്കണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് കളിക്കാൻ കയറ്റി എന്നിട്ട് കളിയില്ല കളിയില്ല. അതാണ് ഇവന്റെ അച്ചീവ്മെന്റ് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് എന്താ കിട്ടും നോക്കട്ടെ. സ്കില്ലുണ്ട്. ഇതെന്താ കിട്ടുക? നല്ല സ്കിൽസ് കാർഡ് ഇട്ടിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല. ഓർണമെന്റ്സ് ഇത് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആയി. ചാനല് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വല്ല ബാക്കിയുണ്ടോ? ഇതെന്താ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആയിട്ട്? കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്തേക്കാം. അപ്പോഴാ കളിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി ഇറങ്ങിപ്പോയിട്ടും ഞാൻ കിട്ടൊരു ഗോൾ എടുത്തിട്ടില്ല. അത് ടോക്കൺ ഫ്രീ കിട്ടും. ബോൾ മാറ്റി കേട്ടോ. നല്ല ബോൾ. crazy.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really...
Romario! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Poland are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Lewandowski. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the pass is intercepted. That's a nicely weighted pass. Piontek with the climbs up big! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit the good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Now it's Lewandowski. And Del Piero! go! And
Easy.
it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Lewandowski. Romario. Now it's Lewandowski. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Piontek. Goes looking wide. Zalewski. In again. Oh, smashing header! Goal! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Kirkchu thinks about the shot. Lewandowski!
Let's see.
It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely.
He's tried one!
Oh, somebody.
Just a whisker away. Borussia Dortmund heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. And it's Del Piero. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nice sequence of passes, this. He's had a shot! Kivior with a fine tackle. Zalewski. And Szymanski. Cash. That's a good run down the left. There's the whistle for half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1.
This is somebody. Hey bro, welcome to the stream. Suhail, Kaul.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Vinicius Junior.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get...
He's having a go! Glorious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order!
Oh, big goal.
And they are pulling clear here. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Kukchu can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Zalewski. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Piontek. Pinches it off him. Good ball, good take. Has a shot! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Poland can now introduce the first of their substitutes. And it's going to be another one. Borussia Dortmund have their second corner now. They've played it short. Borussia Dortmund still have the cards to affect this game. He's going for goal! That is decidedly lacking.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Zalewski. And it's Lewandowski. Romario. This looks promising. And he's there to clear it. And he's let fly! And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Borussia Dortmund certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Bednarek. Zalewski, who does have an assist to his name. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, such a clever touch. Shapes to shoot! Lewandowski. And here's Romario. And Romario! It's hit the crossbar. Serginho gets across to intercept that. Now it's Kukchu. Driving forward. Decent chance! Well, that is remarkable.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And it's Frankowski. He's on it. Can he get away? Zeroberto kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Romario. Romario! Oh, it rattles the bar. Zalewski. Now it's Vinicius. He's gone for goal! It's hit the upright. No, not quite. And there goes the final whistle. Borussia Dortmund, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for any...
അമ്പത് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് കളിച്ച് തീർക്കട്ടെ. 50 സ്ക്രീൻ ചുമ്മാ കിട്ടും ഗൈസ്. ആയിട്ട് കളിച്ച അതുകളപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ കളിച്ച് മാക്സിമം കോയിൻ കളക്ട് ചെയ്യണം. ചുമ്മാ കളിക്കുക.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures. 80,000 it holds. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Del Piero. Good effort from distance.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh, this looks sharp. And a chance! Well, now it's into the pieces. Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead.
Lewandowski.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
Brazil are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Douglas Luiz. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Lewandowski. And he cuts out the supply. Gabriel. Douglas Luiz. Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Del Piero. Sir Roberto. And here's Lewandowski! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They'll want to make the most of this turnover. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's taking no chances there. Borussia Dortmund are looking to break at pace. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And that should get the job done. And he's had a hit! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Serginho really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Romario. And here's Lewandowski. And he's decided to go for it. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Del Piero. This is... And Del Piero!
Boom shot.
Wonderful from Del Piero!
ഒരു
A
goal post
finish
കളയാൻ
of true class! And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So big chance! Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And it's half-time here. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Borussia Dortmund very much in control here, 3 up and cruising.
Sanjidam Manjadamaram.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. And here's Romario. That's good running with the ball. And a shot! Good chance here! And that has kept the keeper on his toes.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
So carry that. Great shot.
It's their second corner of the game. He's got tall. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And it's Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Borussia Dortmund 3 up and in almost complete control. Romario. Carlos Augusto did well to emerge with the ball. And the shot! And the ball has fallen kindly here. And it's in.
Neymar.
Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Yeah, the shot. Boom. Neymar. Boom. ഇതല്ല രസമുണ്ട്.
Borussia Dortmund are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Tries to play it through. Closing in on goal. Real chance!
ഈ സെയിം കളർ കിട്ടിയാണെങ്കിൽ കൊള്ളാം. ഗ്രീൻ പോരാ.
Corner number 3 coming up. Oh, what a climb! Just eases him off the ball. Oh, super ball! Just about within shooting range. Oh, denied at the last.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
String stopped.
Borussia Dortmund get their 4th corner. Oh, smashing header! Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Bruno Guimaraes. Neymar! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Marquinhos cuts it out. Stood up well to him there. And it's Douglas Luiz.
Oh, really well played.
And he's found a way past. Now it's Savinho. Carlos Augusto gets across to intercept that. Marquinhos. Gabriel. 5 minutes left on the clock. And the pass is intercepted. Douglas Luiz. Now it's Savinho. And he's managed to get free. That is good strength. Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Romario. He's found a way through. And that's it. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
അത് കിട്ടിയല്ല അതും കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആയിട്ടില്ലേ ബല്ല് 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 ഇതെന്താകുമ്പോന്ന് എനിക്കറിയില്ല പെട്ടതിങ്ങനെ കളിച്ച പൈസ കളിക്കുന്നൊരു എന്തോ ഒരു സെറ്റപ്പ് ഉണ്ട് ഇതില്
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. And already we're underway here. He's tried one! Hakimi tries to clear. Hangs one in. Mazraoui. Brahim Diaz. Great vision. And no, that was never going to make it. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Nice looking ball. And it's Serginho. Conte! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. It's a really well-measured ball. Now that looks a decent ball. It's out for a goal kick.
വൈറ്റ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ചോദിച്ചാൽ കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല.
Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival.
Such good technique.
Azar. It's Azar! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Easy goal.
Borussia Dortmund are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Azar. Now it's Darwin. And he skips past his man. And a chance! And that would have been some goal.
Yeah, I think he's a little annoyed with himself there, Peter, because he did pretty much everything right up to the end.
Brahim Diaz. And here's Azar. Nunez. And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
A case now of complete control.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Messi. And there's the shot! Just too high.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on. Alas, it was a technical flaw.
Now it's Ziyech. Now it's Darwin. That has been slung wide. Azar! Keeper's not concerned by that.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
നോക്കിയിട്ട്
Amrabat. And Hakimi. Aguirre. Unahi. Brahim Diaz. Now it's En-Nesyri. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Azar. York. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Olise. York has found the net here, of course. That's very neat. He's found a way through. Real chance!
No.
It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And there is the half-time whistle. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Borussia Dortmund really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Borussia Dortmund pretty much out of sight here. It really has been a one-sided game so far. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's managed to get free. Now it's En-Nesyri. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
It's a promising position. And that is out of play. Brahim Diaz delivers.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Azar. Looking to play him in. And he's surging through. York. And the shot! No, that's just wide.
Borussia Dortmund certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Amrabat. Ah, it's a lovely, delicate pass. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Azar. Can he finish? Really well taken goal. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Borussia Dortmund are having a ball here. En-Nesyri just eases him off the ball. Quality ball. Now it's Darwin, and this is Azar. Aguirre. Oh, terrible mistake. Skims one in. Goes for a shot! He has done it! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet. This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's En-Nesyri. Conte. Van Dijk. Tries to pass it through. And it's Azar. Azar running with the ball. Is there any... It's Azar! And he hits the net! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Serginho. Time added on 4 minutes. Olise. Serginho. Serginho. Great chance! And that is the last effort of the game. Borussia Dortmund looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to...
Division.
Well, here we are with everything very much to play for. Win this one and they're going up. Incentives do not come much simpler or sweeter than that one.
Thanks for all coming.
Vibrant and vivacious, there is a genuine appetite for the game here, retaining, as it does this stadium, the spirit of the grand old ground they left behind a mile away. There's the whistle, and here we go. Borussia Dortmund cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. Kukçu gets over and intercepts. Oh, good spread. Now it's Olise. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well timed, excellent interception.
There's the golden nugget, that is Paul Scholes, one of the game's unsung heroes.
And nothing seems to change him. All that adulation, he's the same bloke.
Agreed, but on a world level, he ought to have higher status. But he's never been one for hogging the limelight. He just loves being the quiet assassin.
Beckham. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Romario.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Romario. He shifted it to the flank. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Cannavaro picks it up from the goal kick. Goes looking wide. Roberto Carlos pinches it off him. Marquinhos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. That is ended up in no man's land. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked deep.
There's the shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! The goal for which they thirsted, the goal for which they craved. Now, full steam ahead to the ultimate prize. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Borussia Dortmund penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, Peter, this now poses the question of stick or twist. Do they immediately go for another one, or sit back and wait patiently?
Big chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And the shot! Well, the contact was true enough. The aim wasn't quite. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Kvaratskhelia. And that's another good win of the ball. Kukçu is always looking to break lines. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's shifting through the gears here. Foot in. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Borussia Dortmund leading 1-0 at the break.
ചിരിതലും കാലവും കടന്നിപ്പോ
And we're off again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Borussia Dortmund come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Scholes. Time and again they are repelled. And it's Beckham. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Borussia Dortmund are ahead here by what is still the only goal. De Bruyne in acres of space out wide. And that has been knocked clear.
Las Vegas Lights really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need...
Roberto Carlos! Oh, off the bar!
നല്ല അടിയായിരുന്നു.
Scholes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Not the most accurate pass. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. And he plays one through. And now they can clear their lines. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Osimhen. Oh, good take in a good area. Shapes to shoot! It's in! There's seen no way back, but they are level. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Las Vegas Lights really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Okazaki! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Bale. Engages and forces him off the ball. So what can they make of this? Tries to pass it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints.
Division. It's tough.
So welcome to a day of high ambition, high aspiration and expectation. Just 1 point required and a brighter future is in the bag. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. The action has already started. Borussia Dortmund come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. Couldn't squeeze it through. Olise. Pinches it off him. Romario. He's got away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Baresi makes the interception. That's a sharp pass. And that's gone loose. Oh, the ball's come loose here. He has found the way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. He's on it. Can he get away? It's roll! And it's a goal! And it's Iraq who take the lead. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
He's picked his way through. There's the... Up he goes! No, not the best of headers.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Raul. Raul! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Cristiano. Good chance here! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Romario. And he's cut it out. That's a pretty loose pass. Picked out brilliant shapes to shoot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Borussia Dortmund with the corner. They're first. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Iraq have the chance to go the other way. Roberto Carlos.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's shifting through the gears. Shoots! Big relief. It just needed better contact.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Romario. Plays a sharp little ball here. Defending of the He's gone for goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Here we go again then.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Now it's Valverde. And the shot! And that's off target. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Valverde. Haaland. Can he finish? It's a loose ball. Cafu. Oh, good spread. And it's Roberto Carlos. And here's Haaland. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Beckham ploughing through the middle. And smartly He's having a shot! Oh, that was close. Threads one in, and it's been played through. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's gone out for a throw-in. And he gets rid in a hurry. Davids. 75 minutes played. Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. Baresi. A great chance! Off the post! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
It's a promising position. Oh, that's fabulous. And he chance! And it's come back out to him. It's off target and by quite a way.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
5 minutes left on the clock. Now it's Pele. Now it's Haaland. Can he get it through? Great ball, and he's in here.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Bellingham. Time added on will be 2 minutes. That's that, the end. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescent.